Welcome back. So now we're on Xmaxx number 2. This is my original Xmaxx. This one is 3.5 years old, and I've already pressure washed all of them. This one is the original body for this one, and it has pulled through. So I haven't done the washers on this one yet, so it's time to do the washers. I normally run, here's my basher body. As you see, it's taken some pretty hard hits. You can see the roof is pretty scratched. I do soak this in a plastic restore chemical that it's called InstaShine 915. It's for plastic and vinyl coating. What it does is it puts the plastic back to its original form. So it's not really oily, makes the plastic look new again, works great on control arms. I know a lot of people use WD-40 and that soaks into the plastic, but after 3.5 years, if you continue to use WD-40, what ends up happening is the control arms will pull out of the pin at the diff side. It'll get so soft it'll just rip the control arms out. Even if you use captured hinge pins on the outers, the inners will start to pull through. Then you'll notice that your screws are pulling through and screws are stripping out because the plastic is becoming very mushy, kind of like RPM parts on these bigger RCs. The RPM parts just don't work as good as, say, the 10 scales. Here's kind of what it does. It's called InstaShine. Like I said, I use it on my automobiles, and I do use it on my RC cars. So what we're going to do right now is, this one doesn't have a lot of scratches on it. It has basically scratches on these two corners for rollovers. It does have a crease here from an impact. So the first thing I'm going to do is get these screws secured on this body. This Xmaxx has a lot of hot racing upgrades, and it works really, really good metal on where I've put it. So the first thing we're going to do is, oh, I keep bumping you guys. I'm going to get these screws out. Or the first thing I need to do. And I'm not going to force them back through the body. The plan is to just get them out of there. So the first step is to get them out. Don't force them back through the body. It's not going to do any good. It's just going to make the hole bigger. Now the newer Traxxas come with plastic inserts that go in here, which I can buy, and a roof slider. But you can tell they're big flat washers. They just need to be a little bit wider. So I tend to do that. And if the hole gets too big, then we step it up to that, which I'm going to step a couple of these up, actually probably all of them up, to the bigger washers. And you have to do it in stages. You can't just go straight to the big washer without running the risk of pulling through the big washer, because the heads of these just aren't that big. So I'm going to get one of these set up. And that's how I repair a body. You see they're not in the center. They're all kind of offset, which is really going to give a bite to the front of that body. Now that we got that, what I'm going to do, instead of sanding this, I'm going to give it a polish with stage 1 and see how it comes out with just stage 1, which is a kind of aggressive compound for plastic. Oh, that's a ton. I did not want to do that. Okay, we're going to go to a lighter compound. This is more like butter. This corner's still dull. This one's polished out pretty good. We might end up sanding right here. you can really feel the heat getting into the pad versus into the body. The plastic, that's the nice thing that I like about 3D products, is the pads are designed to suck the heat out and not put it into the plastic or your paint job, because heat into a paint job or a body will cause discoloration. So they have designed their pads to suck the heat out of whatever you're polishing. If you're unsure about 3D products, you can contact them, and they offer training courses, which I did take. In the facility, they will schedule you in, and you can bring your car or another car, or they have cars there for you that they'll show you how to use their products on properly. And for me, it really helped, because there was a lot of things I was doing wrong. Now, I don't think they'll do it on an RC body, but if you have a car, I'm sure they'll let you bring that in. So this is the finishing polish. We're going to go ahead and apply some finishing polish to this. Since this body isn't too bad, I didn't do any color sanding on it. You really don't want to do a bunch of color sanding, just because you are taking off plastic, and a lot of these bodies are thin already. So if you can avoid it, you don't have to color sand every time. All we're trying to do is get the shine back into the body and get some of the deep scratches out of it. And as you see, I am going over the decals. What I've noticed on Traxxas is Traxxas's decals, they stick very well, and they're really thick. And because this product is water-based, it doesn't harm the decals. Unlike some of the other manufacturers. Losi being one of them. If you remember on the Super Baja Ray 2.0, those decals were all wrinkled and fallen off from the factory. And then some of the Armas, they just don't stick as well as the Traxxas ones do. And then a lot of this is painted into the body on a Traxxas body, other than the Xmaxx sticker, and then the window stickers. So anything that says Traxxas is on the outside of the body. When those stickers finally get too bad, I'll just take a heat gun and remove them. And they give you more in with, when you buy these things, they give you a packet of stickers. So now that we got the polish on there, we're going to go ahead and polish it off. I'm not using the wool or the swirl pad on this one. I'm just using a microfiber. This body was actually in pretty good shape. The back is wrinkled up a little bit from rear landings, and you can take those out too. I don't think I've shoe gooed this one yet, because it hasn't split the body yet. Where my orange one, it had some cracks, so I had to shoe goo that from the inside and patch up that body. Where this one, I haven't had to do that yet, and this body's older. It's like I said, I've been using my basher body, the Russian body. I think it's a Russian body on that one. I wish you guys could see this stuff in person. The shine that this product gives you is truly amazing. and if you get it on the plastic bars or this plastic rear, it doesn't turn it white like most products out there. Most waxes and that kind of stuff, if you get it on this plastic or this plastic back here, it literally will stain it. Give it a mist of some detail spray. This product from 3D doesn't turn white when it dries. It's literally a water-based product, so it'll haze, but it won't turn bright white. So if you miss a spot, even if you leave it on the car for a couple weeks, it won't stain. So it'll come right back off. Just give it a little wipe, or the next time you wash the car, it will come off. That's it. This Xmaxx has been through a lot. I've had this the longest, and it's truly seen its share of bash days. Not only bash days, but it's only on its second set of wheels and tires. Just giving these tires a little white. Now I did degrease this RC. Let me pop this lid. Get underneath this latch. So this one, I do have the shock protectors on it. I do have the Hot Racing support braces for the steering. I have the Hot Racing rear cush drive cover. This corner tends to collect a lot of debris. I've hosed out this RC. Both battery trays have been cleaned and conditioned. My Max, this is not a Max, yeah, Max 6. This one is loose. So I'm gonna pull this back out, and we are gonna secure that. And that's it. This RC is done. Now I do have backup shocks for the Xmaxx. My orange Xmaxx, I replaced out the shocks, so I literally have a set of 4 shocks for an Xmaxx. These are my original shocks. I've never taken them apart. I've never changed the fluid in them. I've never changed the fluid in the diffs on this. I do have the Hot Racing front and rear diff covers on this. So in here are the Hot Racing aluminum diff covers, front and rear. And yeah, this one all ready to go back on the shelf. No sanding on this one. Majority of the scratches came out all along here, all along this ridge line, all along here. There are some small scratches up in here, but I plan on getting the roof sliders for this eventually. But yeah, look at how good. And you can see there is a crease right here from an impact in this corner. So I can heat it and flatten this out, and then I can sand it and get rid of that line, color sand it and get rid of that line. I just don't need it now. And as you see, the washers are good, but the body is literally looking brand new. hot racing wheel nuts so that the wheels don't come loose. But there you go, guys. Both Xmaxxes, the orange one and this one, are ready to go out. Ready to go on the shelf and ready for its next bash. Thanks for watching. Hopefully this is a helpful tip. This body was no sanding, but there was polishing and rubbing compound used, and that is just a headlight kit is all this is. These 3 bottles is a headlight repair kit. And most auto parts stores, AutoZone, O'Reilly's, Pep Boys, they all sell headlight repair kits. They come with the sandpaper and come with the polishing compounds. So there you go, guys. Hopefully this helps somebody.